official Nykki Rojas, host of No Room for Rojas podcast, and I am here with the one and only King Flow. How you doing today?
Yeah. You already know what it is, man. It's the one and only, the real King Flow, Street Heat's very own. I'm doing great, Nykki. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course, you know I had to have you. This is my family right here. So today we're going to talk about the industry. You know, obviously Flo is an artist, but you are not only an artist, you do a lot of different things. So tell everybody, you know, the many hats that you wear.
Oh yeah, man. First of all, shout outs to the team, Street Heat, the whole team. Everybody's working really hard. What I do for Street Heat is I'm the producer, I'm the engineer, I do artist development. I work behind the scenes with the camera crew. I do everything. I do production on both sides, video and music side. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Lavender Boys. Positive energy always too, man. We working together on some really big ventures in the cannabis industry. Stoner Lives Matter. So I do it all, man. Come holla at me if you want me to put you on, man, because I'll teach you how to do it independently. We help artists grow independently, so that they don't need a major machine behind them and they can make smart investments on their own and kind of get on their own and get the money.
There's nothing better than that. Now, let me ask you, I mean, we've known each other for a little while now. We started working together. Aside from all those million things that you got going on with Street Heat and, your many talents, obviously, first and foremost, you are an artist. Oh, yeah. What made you want to get into rap and what made you want to, become King Flow?
Oh, man. I'm from the Bronx, so rap always really been part of my culture. Yeah. I'm Afro-Latino, so I'm from the Bronx. I'm a New York Rican, as they would call it.
New York Rican.
But it's always been a part of me. King Flow actually came from me running around on the streets before I started rapping. And actually, I was dabbling with it a little bit when I was in the city still, but I was mostly on some street stuff, But when I moved to Long Island, I was actually in high school and they was beatboxing in the lunchroom, and there was a kid named Ankoma Farr, and he was probably the nicest spitter that I had ever heard, like, or met in person that was around my same age. So I just went up to him one day after I heard him spit in front of everybody, because I had never done it. I had never rapped before.
Yeah.
And I went up to him and I was like, yo, give me a week and I'll be in here spitting better than you.
Okay.
And then he was like,
challenge accepted.
He was like, yeah, whatever. So week went by, and I came in there and I spit in front of everybody, and I was nice. I was nicer than everybody thought I was gonna be.
Yeah. So you surprised them a little bit.
So obviously I wasn't better than him at the time, but that inspired me to keep on going. He inspired me to actually really rap. But I always listen to Pun. Fugees was a real big inspiration as far as.
That's my next question for you. Like, if you could pick one person, every rapper that's inspired you, who really was like the one that was like, I gotta keep going because I just am so inspired by this person?
I mean, it's kind of like levels to it, because when I was first starting, I was inspired by the legends.
Yeah.
I'm from the same area that Big Pun was from. So,
yes. Rest in peace, Big Pun.
Rest in peace, Big Pun, and Fat Joe as well. So I came up like watching them when I was young. They used to be on the block coming through with Beamers and you know what I'm saying. So that was something that we wanted to be a part of.
Of course.
So they really like turned us on to the culture of rap. My
Who doesn't love Fat Joe?
My cousin Barbara, rest in peace, she put me on to the Fugees and Big Pun and Fat Joe, and she was the one who was like, listen to this music. This is you know what I'm saying? So those are like major inspirations in my life that have pushed me towards becoming an artist. But I always been like, when I was 9, there was a program in school and they had violins and stuff like that. So I tried to get it, but I came from a poor family, so we couldn't really get it. So I stole the violin.
I used to play the violin
too. I taught myself how to play the violin. That was actually the first instrument that I learned how to play, but I learned how to play by ear. So people were like, how did you learn how to play that? So as I got older, I picked up the guitar and I learned how to play the guitar by ear, and I was in a band in high school. And so music has just been my life.
It's in your blood,
it's
basically.
been my whole life. So, but as far as rap goes, Big Pun, Fat Joe, Black Thought, So I'm really for like the lyricists and stuff like that.
Let me ask you, is there anybody that you grew up, idolizing, so to speak, that you've actually gotten to work with now that you've been a part of Street Heat and, you work with a lot of artists?
Oh man, I mean, I'm blessed to say I worked with everybody on my bucket list of artists and producers to work with.
Wow.
Um,
Anybody in particular
there's
that
a
comes to
couple of
mind?
producers that I haven't worked with yet that I'm like in the middle of building relationships with and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Shouts to Scram Jones. I'm trying to really get work with a record with him, so we working it out now. He's somebody who's dope. Who I really, when I first started with Street Heat, the first "Summer's Too Hot" video that I shot with the Locks. That was the first time that I had met Scram Jones, and that was like years and years ago. So
And now he's doing, the
now
movie.
and now he's doing our movie, and he's he's been very instrumental in helping with the Lavender Boys movement that we got. He's been doing a couple of the events, and we're trying to get him more involved with that too. So he's been really, just building a organic relationship. That's how I really do it with anybody who I work with, because it has to be organic for me.
Of course. I feel like even when you and I met, it was something that wasn't forced. It was just kind of like the energies and the vibes were there. But we'll get into that a little bit more towards that question. But, I want to know, what are some of the challenges that you face becoming an artist and in this industry? Anything that you've ever had to go through that's, kind of like you could say, I got through that.
So, I mean, for as far as an artist goes, there's levels to artistry, right?
Mhm.
You're just coming in, you're just learning the ropes.
Yeah.
People are looking at you like, oh, you're just a novice in this, so they don't really take you as seriously as you take yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, for me, when I was a bit younger and I was trying to get into studios and stuff, at that time it wasn't so readily available where everybody got a studio in their
Yeah,
house.
like it is now.
So everybody was kind of clicked up.
Yep.
So you had to be either really nice or
Know
somebody and be clicked up with them. So for me, it was really hard to get in with anybody because they see me as competition.
Of course.
So naturally, I just couldn't wait for anybody to live my dreams out. So I just, I learned, I got the equipment. My best friend Justin J Steele, rest in peace, passed away. He got me my first computer. And he they them niggas was goons, so they they got it however they got it, but they brought it to me.
Hey, we don't have to worry about how they got it. You got it.
They brought it to me, and they was like, we believe in you.
Yeah.
So take this equipment and do what you do with it, and from there, I just kept going.
That's awesome. So now I know that recently you were just on Sway in the Morning.
Yeah.
So I watched it. It was complete fire. Everybody got to go check it out.
That's another thing too. Yeah, y'all go check out that Sway's universe. But that's another thing that comes with the challenges and the levels of the shit that I was talking about. So in the beginning, it was hard to do that. So I had to teach myself how to become an engineer and how to make beats and stuff like that. So I was really on that level just so I could record and put my own stuff out. Me and my peoples, Shout out to the Stoneheads too. That's my group. Y'all go check out Stoneheads music, fire. But so I was helping my people out at the same time. So that's another challenge too. People not accepting you when you're trying to get in, and then once you get in, now it's like maintaining what you got,
and keeping that trajectory, because you gotta if you stop, it's like detrimental.
So even now, like you said, I did the Sway in the Morning, but it was, it's been years and putting in a lot of hard work to get to a different level of the artistry. And where there's different challenges, you get what I'm saying? So now that I'm a little bit more recognizable and, we doing a lot more things and we more mixy with these artists, it's a little bit more.
Everybody's going to know, everybody keep a lookout because everybody's going to know King Flow.
But the challenges that arise with that is now you move yourself from an amateur to being considered, with a certain level of rappers. So now you got to be on that level or better. But to me, it's more, the challenge is more of within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You competing with yourself. So if you just really just focus on building on what you're doing and becoming a better version of what you're doing, then more than likely you're gonna become a staple in the culture. So you know what I'm saying? The challenges with that, as far as what I'm going through now, it's like I'm blessed to be on Sway in the Morning, but it was hard to get there. You
Of
know what I'm
course. I mean,
saying?
but nothing worth having is easy. So if it was hard to get there, that means that you earned it. And
Shout outs to Sway, man. Shout outs to the RZA. With that situation, it was kind of like my man Danny had sent me a link, and I guess he was watching the Sway show, and he sent me a link, and he was like, "Join this competition."
yeah.
So I joined the competition, but so I went on the page, and it happened to be the last day of the competition.
Oh, so you actually had to compete to
Yeah,
get on to Sway.
yeah. So it was
More of a
so it was the last day of the competition, and I just did a quick freestyle because I didn't want to waste the time and not be able to get it in before the submission
of
deadline.
course.
So I just did it real quick, and I got the email back from Sway, and he said, you made it, da 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 da. So
That's amazing.
so long story short, out of 10,000 entries, there was 12 people who won. Out of the 12 people who
With his
won,
quick freestyle, by the way.
right? With the 12 people who won, we all got invited up to Sway in the morning, and then RZA actually pulled up. He was on a world tour, man. I respect him so much. He was on a world tour, and he stopped what he was doing to come to Sway in the morning to basically like give us this welcome for winning.
That had
this
to feel
competition.
incredible.
It was an awesome experience. So we went up there, and we did the freestyles, and it turned out great. Sway acknowledged that I went off the top, and then RZA, he called me a true MC. So that was like a highlight of my career, at least. And then afterwards, Sway pulled us to the side, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put out an album. I'm gonna produce an album for y'all." And shout out to Ninth Wonder too, by the way, because he was one of the judges who picked the winner, the top 12 for out of 10,000. So they went through 10,000 artists. And
that's got to be a job in itself, just to go
yeah.
through 10,000 people and then narrow it down to 12.
Yep. So yeah. So so shout outs to the 12, man. Right now we doing something. We putting out music just to showcase what we got, with the RZA's blessing, and the album that the RZA's about to produce is on the way. It's in the works. We just working out all the politics to it, but
stay tuned for that, guys.
But we
I will
working,
have you
man.
back when that comes out.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for 12, man. We coming. That's TWELVE, but that W is that Wu W. You heard?
See, that's what I was gonna ask you next. So, I hear that you are now signed under Wu-Tang, right?
Yeah. Well, I was under Protect Your Neck Records and Wu-Tang Management back a few years ago.
Okay.
Shouts to Jimmy King and all of them. Mook, which is RZA's cousin, but right now, like, it's a little bit different because we got out of that competition and out of the freestyle, and it kind of birthed this group that came from the energy that everybody had in that room. So now hopefully with RZA's blessing, now this gonna be the new chapter to the saga continues.
Okay. And how do you get along with the other people? Like, how do you guys vibe off of each other's energy?
Oh man, I don't even know how they picked it, but like everybody is so similar. Like everybody's mindset is similar, and everybody is kind of like on the same wavelength,
so
and
same energy kind of thing.
So
if you guys go in there, you're gonna just put out fire.
It was amazing, like, and it's just like now, like everybody's so talented, and we just shooting records back and forth to each other, and just everybody is doing what they do on it, and the music is coming out so great, and it's just like hip hop is really showcasing itself again. So
yeah, we just celebrated 50 years, so
50 years of hip hop, man. So we doing it, and it's an amazing time. Like I can't even like how big it is for me to be on Sway in the morning on Shade 45 with the RZA and him telling me that I'm a true MC. Like that's,
and you have it documented in history because it's on video.
50 years of hip hop, man. So
yeah,
that to me is so huge. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's beautiful. Congratulations.
Shout out to the whole Wu, man. Got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm very excited.
So now to sway away from that, and I say sway as a pun, just for a second, I want to pull it back to a little bit about how you and I met. So now I know, obviously, we had briefly I think we kind of followed each other on Instagram at one point and seen each other, at a couple different places. But then it wasn't until, I believe, Native Greenleaf Dispensary where we were shooting Jim Jones and Dice Peso and Dave East and
Yeah, so
Jewels and all that.
yeah, so I think the first time we really ran into each other was the Native Greenleaf opening when they first started selling bud, but it was the
Yes.
little shop. And we
Yes.
had Jim Jones and Jewels pull up,
Jewels.
and we had the tent outside.
Yep.
That's when you were taking pictures. So that was like the first time that we kind of ran into
Just
each
little bump shoulders a little bit.
other.
I think that's when we followed each other.
And then the second official time was probably the next year when we did the grand opening of the big
Of the
Native
big
Greenleaf
one,
store.
yes.
And then we had everybody come, Pat, Remy,
Yep.
Jim, so yeah, so it's probably been a couple years now that we kind of know each other, but now we've been working so much as far as like the movie that we're shooting at right now with the
It
Street
Ain't For
Team.
Everybody is the movie. Tell them a little bit about that.
So yeah, man, shout outs to Will C and Tana and Poogs.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
directing this movie that we've been working on for some time now called It Ain't For Everybody. It's a star-studded hip hop cast. I'm honored to be a part of it. I mean,
Yes.
this was something that was dreamt up, days of, smoking and just building a story and just a lot of hard work from a lot
The
of
storyline is just fantastic. I
Yeah.
mean, it's one thing to say that you're a part of, a movie, but just to actually have it be such an amazing storyline and just the twists and the turns and the people who are involved, the energy is
Right.
just it's all there and everybody is just coming together, putting their blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
And I'm also honored to be a part of it. I started out where I was asked to be a PA, and then it went from, just a, assistant to production coordinator, and then it went from there. By the end of the week, I was saying that Will had told me that I was getting my second assistant director credit, and I was just so honored, and I felt like I really was, the work that I had put in, and just coming out and showing up and doing what I could just to help, because I really wanted to be a part of something that I knew was going to be great. I know is going to be great.
No, you
You know,
definitely put in some work in a short time, and that's why you were given so many of the you capitalized off your opportunities because you work hard. So
I appreciate that.
there's nothing that can be said about that. But you like you said, man, everybody a lot of these artists don't gotta take the time out from what they doing to
Exactly.
come, and we have so many big names in this movie, and everybody is treating this so seriously
Yeah.
and sincerely, and it's amazing to see that.
I mean, Corey Guns, he's the essentially the
Corey
star.
Guns, that's my brother, man.
And
Shout
he
out
is
to
just
Corey
so genuine. I have to just shout out Corey Guns, because I'll tell you, the first time I met him on set was day one on the rooftop.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, like, he came in just like a regular person, and just so absolutely just smile ear to ear. He's always happy. And, I just have nothing but good things to say about Corey Guns. I mean, everybody obviously on the team, but definitely shout out, because he definitely shows up and gets there
and he's and
on time.
and they acting, man. Shout out to Bruce Main, who's
Yes.
Corey's counterpart in there.
Dashi.
My boy can cry on command.
Yes.
Stop playing with me, man. Bruce Main can cry on command. Like, I ain't never seen nobody that could do that for real, except for a female, but he can just do it. So
And he did it.
these boys is acting. I guess this is an opportunity for everybody to show what they really got as far as in the entertainment industry.
And I really think it's gonna be something so amazing. I can't wait till we finish actually shooting it, and then we wrap it up and we put it together. We don't have an official, obviously, date for when we're going to be ending, but it's definitely something that like I said, it's just what an honor to be a part of.
Like I said, man, everybody is taking their time out, so everybody's schedules is so very busy, and we all blessed to have a busy schedule. So
Absolutely.
we just working around it, But it's coming, man. Y'all stay tuned for that, man. Stay tuned for it. It's heart wrenching. You heard?
Oh, it is definitely, and it's there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of twists and turns, and I think that you guys will be definitely surprised by the different things that are happening in this movie, and you guys have to stay tuned for the ending, but
Yeah, don't give away nothing.
no, we ain't gonna give away none of that. Just little Easter eggs, but other than that, we're not gonna give away too much. You gotta watch for that. But Let's get a little bit into this. I think it's, what is it, the 200 deep, right, for K-Slay? Rest in peace, K-Slay.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, DJ K-Slay was one of my mentors. Before he passed away, he started putting together. You know, he did the 100 deep, he did the 50 deep, 100, 110 deep. So before he passed away, he started putting together the 200 deep. So me, Richie 4K, Will C, and General, we've been, scrambling to put it all together, and it's about to be coming out soon. So y'all pay attention to that. Stay tuned for that. We got everybody on that. Everybody did their thing too. So, this is one right here for the culture. This is a historic moment.
I mean, 200 deep, that's got to be
it's a record, baby.
Time consuming but to have so many artists, so many talented artists coming out and putting that together, what an amazing thing to be a part of.
It's been so hard to get. I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard to get everybody to get with it. It's been a task, but it's definitely something that we do with love.
Yeah.
We love DJ K-Slay, so we do it with love. Mm-hmm. We take pride in what we're doing, and we want to make it the best that we can.
Absolutely.
So yeah, these artists is really, they really showing out. It's been hard to get them, but they've been, we've been fortunate enough to get as many as we got now. And we trying to break a record for K-Slay. You heard?
Hey, you know what? Listen, it's gonna happen because honestly, whatever it seems like, you've manifested has come to fruition. So, that's amazing that, everything that you've basically set out to do since you've obviously been a young boy. Look at you, you're killing it now. Yeah, man. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, yes.
So now if there's anybody watching that wants to do what it is that you do, what's your best piece of advice that you can give to a young artist or, even not an artist, but somebody who wants to be an engineer or just work on movie sets? What can you tell somebody about, how they can get into it and how to, face the hurdles that come with this industry?
First of all, you need thick skin. That's the most important thing to have in this industry is thick skin. But for any artist, if you're really an artist, if you really want to do something in an entertainment industry or anything at all, really, my suggestion to you is let go of everything else that's standing in your way and focus on knowing everything there is to know about your craft and becoming a master at what you do. This way it becomes almost effortless, and then you can focus on just putting out things that come from the spirit, rather than focusing on the technical side of things because it's already a part of you. When I say everything else, I mean, people telling you can't do certain things, or like it's going to be a lot of rejection. So it's going to be a lot of people telling you can't do it. That's because they can't see what you see. And if you really see that, then you got to be willing to sacrifice to get it. So that's why I say you got to give up everything. You got to give up, give up smoking weed if that's what you got to do. Give up motherfucking buying sneakers.
Would you give up smoking weed if you had more opportunity?
If
told you signed you $1 million contract, would you stop smoking weed?
Hell yeah.
That was kind of a rhetorical question.
$1 million contract?
Because you be chiefing. This man,
oh man,
just a little BTS, okay? This man put me to sleep on my own party bus from all this ganja here, okay?
Well, she said we gave a contact high, and she was drunk. Y'all.
No, hold on.
But
First
she was
of all,
drunk,
I can drink Casa with the best.
She was drunk. She drank 13 shots before we
13,
got on the bus.
Before
13. We got on the bus, and then you got on the bus. And
it was the weed. Don't let him play you.
Nah,
there was no ventilation on this bus. Okay, it's for my birthday. No ventilation, no windows, no nothing. And then after it had been completely smoked out and I was already asleep, we found a little push-up like on the school bus.
Yeah, I was getting rained on the whole fucking night.
He's getting rained. It was
leaking all over me.
It was a little crazy, but there is that video. Why not shot that birthday video for me? He made it seem like I was awake the entire time.
He damn sure
Even though I was passed out in the front seat with the driver.
He damn sure did.
And everybody else was drinking and twerking and having a grand old time. Yeah, I think I got about an hour in the beginning and maybe 30 minutes at the end, but
Shout outs
Somehow
to
we
Why
pulled
Not,
up.
man. Why Not be
He
Why Not
pulled that off.
Why Not made it look like she was there, but she was
I was
not there.
gone. I was out.
She was done for.
I don't smoke weed,
But we enjoyed
I
her.
smoked
But
that night.
we enjoyed the party though.
Oh, I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
It was probably King Flo's birthday party.
I think it was because I seen a couple smiles. I think, this man. I got some pictures with some big smiles on Mr. Flo's face here.
You know what I'm saying? It was fun, man.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? It was good.
And even though I was asleep for the majority of it, I did enjoy myself.
They had a part two. They had a part two. I ain't get to go to that though.
Oh, you're right. You did not go to part two.
I did not go to part two.
It's all right. Part two was just, listen, next year we're going to do it bigger. We're going to do it better. We're going to do it in an open area with ventilation because apparently you can't have fun unless you're smoking.
Oh, yeah.
But you was drinking that night too.
It's been a while since I drank, but I definitely drank that night. So I was lit, but
yeah,
I didn't pass out though. I was drinking, but I ain't pass out though.
Hold on, because you can smoke. But
I was drinking.
I was drinking.
I was drinking and I was smoking.
See, I don't smoke, so when that strong, you got that powerful stuff. You got that rapper weed,
Yeah.
So when that hit me and I couldn't breathe anything but that, it was lights
rapper
out for
weed.
me. And shout out to Native Greenleaf. They got that fire right now. So definitely make sure y'all, I'm sure that's one of the areas you pick up your...
That's some shit from Native Greenleaf.
That's right there?
Yeah.
And then we got Freaky with the outside your body.
I smoked some of that shit.
I will not be smoking
that. Shit is actually super fire. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. So, hence why I guess it's called outside your body. Now, let me ask you, did you actually have an out-of-body experience when you smoked his weed? Or do you have a high tolerance?
I have an out-of-body experience every time I smoke weed. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could. I just get anxiety, but...
I have to get in touch with my chakras.
Oh, my goodness. Well, what are your chakras telling you that is going to come, in your future?
Oh, man. I don't really know. I can't read the future, but all I know is that I'm going to keep on working until I get to where I got to go, man. And we just keep putting in that work, and at the same time we live life, man. We enjoy the moments, and we enjoy the people, and it's the best part about it is the relationships that you really make. It's a lot of fake shit, but throughout the fake shit, you really run into some genuine shit. So
absolutely, like I said, everywhere you go, you don't even have to be in the industry. Everywhere you go, you're going to come up across with fake people and fake love and people that, even for me, just in the short time that I've been working with you and Will and Tana and Street Heat, I've had a lot of opportunities passed my way, a lot that Will had given me and Flo had given me and everybody that I've met through you guys. And then just some I've gotten on my own. People now that I haven't talked to since probably grade school, I'm so proud of you. Well, why wasn't you proud of me when I bought my first house? Why wasn't you proud of me when, I did this and did that? So again, in the industry or not in the industry, there's going to be fake and there's going to be real.
That's why I say with everything, man, you got to just be able to let go of shit like that.
Yeah.
You just let everything go and stay focused on what you have to obtain and what you have to do. And just go out there and take it, man.
Absolutely.
Everything that anybody wants to be can be done. You just gotta go do it.
Because like I said, there's a million artists out there. That doesn't mean that just because there's, so many artists that you can't go out there and be the next greatest one to do it.
I don't think that you should approach it like that. I think you should approach like with music or anything really that you have a passion for. Approach it with love. Everything else, like do it because you love to do it. Do it because when you do it, you forget the time. Do it because when you do it, you forget that you didn't eat all day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you know that you are in a zone because you love what you're doing. So approach it like that, and all the rest of that stuff, greatness and all that comes with, because a lot of greats in their time, they're misunderstood and they ain't considered greats in their time, and then history kind of just, understands them later on.
Is there anybody that you could say that wasn't understood in their time that you think is great now? If you could just think of anybody.
Just anybody. Vincent Van Gogh, Kurt Cobain.
You
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's a lot
absolutely.
of people, Pop Smoke.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's just such a shame,
But people were recognizing his greatness now, but what I'm saying is it's a lot of people who we thought were messed up that now we're like, oh,
They were
You know what I'm
amazing
saying?
in their craft.
So they could have been better, like Biggie. Like Biggie, if he was here now, he probably would have been to heights that we don't know. He could have been
Exactly.
worse.
You could have won one of two ways, and
You know what I
we'll
mean?
leave his legacy as he was, definitely one of the
But
greats.
when he started, I don't think it was something like he was like, I'm gonna be the greatest of all time and remember for,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He just wanted the rap, and
And
he was just
now
hoping that he could make
his
something out of
legacy
rap
has lived on for
forever.
all this
And
time.
he's part of hip hop history. Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know.
Well, I personally know in my heart, and just working with you, in the time that we've worked together, you definitely do a lot of different things, and you've even given me some, words of encouragement, and the things that I'm doing. So, nothing but love, obviously, from me to
Always,
you, and
always.
Street Heat in general. So I know that I can't wait to see what comes from your projects and everything that you're doing,
Yes.
and just what we got to do
Valley of the
together.
Kings coming soon. There's some dope production on there, and I'm kind of finishing off the God King, the chapters of the God King that I was putting out. Y'all can check out all my current music and all my videos on www.kingflowmusic.com, KINGFLO music.com. And yeah, man, I still got that record out, that video with Nims. Go check that out. War Stars, produced by Vinny Idol. And yeah, we working, man. I got so much more stuff coming.
And this is not going to be the last time. So I can't wait until one of your songs just blows off the chart, and I can have you come back on and you say, see, I did it with love, and here I am now.
Yeah. Right. It's crazy because people have always shown me love based on what I'm doing. So that's how I know that I'm moving in the right direction of what I'm supposed to be doing. Cause like years and years and years ago, even before I got with Street Heat, somebody inboxed me on Facebook and they were like, "Yo, I listened to one of your freestyles and I went through the same exact thing, and it's like your words like inspire me to keep going." So
That's
stuff
beautiful.
stuff like that has always happened to me. So it's like now I'm getting it a little bit more frequently, and like
Yeah.
people are like, "Yo, I want to make you shoes, and I want to do," you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of
Hey,
like,
okay,
I'm kind of like, I'm ready. Yeah, get send me some shoes.
Send me some shoes,
Send me
yeah.
some. I mean,
Hats,
yeah, I got some shot.
some
So
gear.
I just got sponsored by a jewelry company. I'm waiting on my jewelry. I'm not going to shout y'all out until I get my jewelry.
So now you're gonna have to wait. You got to wear it for the next
Oh, yeah.
the next
The
podcast.
next one I wear it, but it's some fire shit. And
Listen, I need some fire jewelry.
listen, man, they sponsoring me, so they're gonna send me new
Dope.
pieces whenever they make new pieces, and they just sent me a couple of pieces that they just made, and they're up and coming company. So
And that's amazing, congratulations on that. Any victory is even whether it be small, it's a
yeah.
victory.
I work with a lot of companies that I feel like are some that I can I read what they're about, and I feel like it could vibe with my brand, or I could help them in certain ways. Like that's what I like to do. I like each one teach one, build with each other.
Now let me ask you: don't you have something that you're in the works? I don't know if you want to speak about it, but it was, I believe, a protein.
Oh yeah, we have actually shout out to my boy Franco now, New York Pop Butter. We got the cannabis infused protein. We do it with the nano powder. I'm actually gonna after this, I actually have a podcast that he has me on, and they infuse the food and they sit there and they give you different courses of food while they ask you crazy questions. So
Oh goodness! Well, I'm gonna have to stay
yeah,
tuned for that one. We might
yeah,
have
so
to do something
it's called
like
the
that on
oven,
here.
man. It's called the oven. Shout out to Franco and Mario, man. I'm gonna plug y'all on them too, so y'all don't feel too bad. We gonna. That's what I'm talking about. Share the love and have everybody tune in. And
It's all about
everybody
networking, and we can all get there together. There should be no hate in this.
New York
industry.
Pop Butter, man. They got the cookies if you want. I was on a health kick for a minute. I kind of slowed down because of time and doing what I'm doing. I'm really been focused on these projects and everything that I've been working on as far as music goes. So it's kind of slowed me down. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
No, there's no excuses.
There's no excuses. I'm getting back to it, but they got the cookies and shit if you want to be a fat ass. But we also going on the side for the people who are the people who are on their health journey as well, because
Now, are these infused cookies?
Yeah.
Oh, see.
But there's regular cookies too though.
I was gonna say,
There's
I need
regular
some regular
cookies too.
cookies.
Nah,
I
there's
don't do
regular
the
cookies though.
infused.
Nah.
Everything's infused
And shout outs
nowadays.
to my boy Franco. Whenever I have him pull up, he comes through with the boxes of cookies and it be infused cookies and donuts. But some of it be regular. But
See, and it's regular, but it's healthy. You're saying.
yeah.
Because I want to be a fat girl, but I don't want to be a fat girl. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we got the regular one and we got the healthy one. So it's like, we got
So you're gonna have to put me on because I miss donuts. I miss cookies. I'm on a whole no carb kind of thing, and I miss rice. I miss pasta.
You know what? The thing with being on a health journey is that it's so time consuming as well because you have to focus on that.
Yep.
You have to focus and be mindful of.
All starts in the kitchen. The kitchen takes up a lot of time.
It starts with the habits too because you have to a lot of people, especially in my line of work, we eating late and we eating on the road and we what I'm
going
saying?
up to the chicken spot and getting chicken and pizza and what else did we get? Cake
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Literally,
like
we was going away to McDonald's and we ended up finding, thank God, like a little chicken pizza spot.
Because by the bodega studios in the Bronx, there's really nothing.
Yeah, no, but we were lucky enough on the way to McDonald's to just pop and see a spot, and we were like, just put the hazards on and we ran in, and I think we had some shrimp. They had about everything there, but
Juice Wayne had the shrimp.
Well, we split it. Yeah, I think you had one too, but
I did have one.
Yes, we all shared a shrimp, but that was my cheating. But that's my point. It's hard in this industry to keep a slim, trim figure when you're working all day. You're not able to eat, and then
it's kind of like
just pick what you can get.
It's kind of like you gotta meal prep.
But it's so hard when you're working 14, 15 hours a day.
The excuses be there.
And they're legitimate excuses though.
Nah, but they not though, because my philosophy is you make time for what you want to do.
We'll just have to go call up Healthy Meals Direct. Shout out to Mike Fleming and.
Oh, that's my guy. Yeah.
I used to work with him, but that's a whole other podcast.
I was on I used to get every time I used to leave the gym, I used to come over there and pick up
he's got locations all over Long Island now. So not for nothing, but there's probably a million places on the way out to us shooting. We could stop, grab us a couple meals. I'll eat that cold. I love his chicken teriyaki over the sweet potato fries. Now I'm about to go pop over and get me one on the way home from here. So, Mike, I'm on my way.
Not me. I'm about to go eat some infused Japanese food. I'm about to get full.
Oh, he about to get high.
And high and full.
All right, so I'm going to have to stay tuned for that podcast. So we're going to close out this podcast so he can go get high at that podcast. But honestly, Flo, we work together, we talk together, but honestly, it's been an honor. I'm glad that you were the first person I could bring on to do my official podcast.
Thank you, man.
So,
Thank you for having me. Shout out to Sink or Swim Studios for having us do this here, man. Y'all
Chris,
dope.
Rob, Henry at Sink or Swim.
I'm gonna come in here and do some music with
I'm
y'all,
saying,
man.
and I'm gonna be in the background like,
let's go. I got four. We got 4 songs in us. You know what I'm saying? Take that to Empire real quick and just have them put that out for us.
I'm saying I'm doing a cover to This Is New York. I just wrote 16 bars.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God I did. Now, I'm putting it out as a parody / cover just in case y'all dog me.
You're gonna be Weird Al? Weird Al rap?
Hey, listen, you know what? Weird Al made it, you know what I mean? So I'm doing it more as like kind of a, just to kind of expand my horizons. Just why not? You know what I mean? Why not? So... I'm doing that right here in Sink or Swim. They will be the first persons to laugh in my face.
Y'all producing it? Or it's a cover of a song?
Well, it's going to be the cover. But when I eventually do write something, they're going to be producing and engineering all my stuff. So
you going to be a rapper?
I'm going to be everything I can be. I'm coming for everything.
I believe in you.
Front back, man.
Rap, you heard?
Hey, I'm a rapper.
Now,
an adapter.
You wrote the bars already?
I wrote it already.
Yo, we're gonna finish this segment off with Nykki spitting them 16 bars that
Nykki will not be spitting until I get the headphones and I can hear how I sound but I gotta come in nasty with it because I don't got the kind of voice. I don't got that pretty voice where I could be like, hey, I gotta come in like scar lip, like just ripping shit apart, because that's just the voice that I have. So you know what I'm saying?
Scarlett is funny. She be going hard, and then she
be
like, subscribe to my YouTube.
She be like,
yo, what the hell?
Fuck, I look like tell a nigga good morning. But yo, guys, listen. And I'm just like, and that's kind of how I am. I could be that crazy female and I have that anger in my voice to come out on a track. So I just want to kind of try it out, see how it works, and if it don't, I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing. I'll leave the rapping to the professionals. But you never know. I might jump on there, a little auto tune, and I might sound fire.
Oh, that's what they all think.
Hey! Remember, we gotta go in this with positivity and love, okay?
Nah, it's love.
So share the love.
It's love, but auto tune don't fix everything.
Hey, listen, I might not need auto tune, but that's for the boys at Sink or Swim to figure out. We're gonna play around with it. We're gonna come in here. I'm gonna probably need 2 hours, guys, because we're gonna have to stop and laugh a lot. So you know what I mean? But stay tuned for that. But again, Flo, it has been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to have you on again. And, there's a lot of things we got going on right now. So just stay tuned. Watch his page, watch my page.
I'll be back, man. I'm in that movie, man. I'm on stage with Davies and Jim Jones, man. The Real King Flo 360. There's no W in Flo. Flo stands for Fuck Law and Order. It's FLO.
But we love y'all.
Everybody needs to know. So because
love everybody,
and I don't mind if y'all put the W in there, but it just doesn't mean what it's supposed to mean with the W.
Yeah. So yeah, but I will tag his Instagram in the YouTube. Everybody go follow him. And
the
then
Real King Flo 360. Y'all got it.
Real easy. The Real King Flo. The. Don't forget the.
Yeah. Or the 360.
Well, in that, we're gonna wrap this up here. It's been a pleasure. You already know it's your girl official Nykki Rojas, and this has been the first episode of No Room for Rojas. Stay tuned, guys.
Bow.